Hey, what's up everyone, it's your girl Brain Shanae, and today I'll be sharing with you my July reading plans, aka my July TBR. So if you want to know all the books I do plan on reading in July, please stay tuned. And I am back, and also if you're new to my channel, welcome. If not, welcome back. So like I said before, I'll be sharing with you all the books I do plan on reading in July. I wanted to pace myself a little bit. I've been pushing it these past couple of months, and I wanted to keep, you know, my TBR a little bit smaller, but who knows, I might just add on later in the month. We'll figure that out later on. But these are definitely books I am determined to read in July. And so the first book that I'm going to be reading in July is, of course, if you don't know, you will know now. Me and Bree from Bree Cherie Reads are continuing on with the Brandon Sanderson read along. So for July, we are reading Elantris. This is the next book. And also we're going to be reading two novellas in the Arcanum Unbounded, which is The Hope of Elantris and The Emperor's Soul. And so you can get those novellas separately, or you can find them in the Arcanum Unbounded, which here's the book right here for you to see it. This is the book and then two novellas this month. And for Elantris, let me go ahead and read the synopsis, but I love the cover, of course. So it says, Elantris was a place of glory, the capital of Ireland. It was home to people transformed into magic using demigods by the Shad. But then the magic failed. Elantris started to rot, and its inhabitants became powerless wrecks. In the new capital, Kay, close enough to Elantris to remind everyone what they have lost, a princess arrives ready to seal a political alliance with the wedding and unite Teod and Erlin against religious imperialists. But Raiden, her husband-to-be, is dead. Still determined to fight for Teod and Erlin's freedom, Serene clashes with the high priest Hertham. But secrets remain in Elantris. The dead and the ruined may yet have a role to play in this new world because magic still lives. So yeah, I definitely cannot wait to read this. It sounds interesting. I know me and Bree, when it came to Mistborn Heir 2, it was a struggle for us. And yeah, I don't know. We'll be having that live discussion July the 9th, in the evening. So around, I believe, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Central Time. So yeah, I cannot wait for that live discussion. But in July, these are the books that we're going to be reading for Brandon Sanderson with the read along. So like I said, Elantris is this one, and then the Arcanum Unbounded will have The Hope of Elantris and Emperor's Soul. Those are the two novellas we'll be reading as well this month. So yeah, this is the books I'll be reading so far in July. The next book that I'm so excited to read is Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. It says her superpower will change the world, and this is by Tola Agawu. Sorry if I'm not saying the author's name correctly, but first off, this cover is gorgeous, and second off, I've already started reading this, and I probably will end up finishing this book today. It is so good. It talks about the girl Onyeka, who has her power is her hair, and the way from what I've been reading so far is her mom, she tries to keep her level, to have her control her emotions, and in order to do so, she counts the Fibonacci sequence, which I had to learn in my math class in college, which was crazy. The Fibonacci sequence is crazy. Trying to remember the sequence like that, it's a lot, but it's fun. So she counts the Fibonacci sequence in her head in order to control her emotions. And I'm really liking this. I like the mystery with her father and why her mom doesn't talk about Nigeria. So yeah, from what I'm reading so far, it's really, really good, and I cannot wait to finish this book, and I just love this cover. It's just beautiful. So, and then on the back it says, I close my eyes, trying to push the power bubbling in me back down. Hair bands snap as my hair shoots out like superfine arrows, tearing through everything in its path. So yeah, and even I heard that this is going to be possibly a movie as well. So I might even do a book review about this, because this is really good. So if you haven't picked this book up, I suggest you do so, because you're missing out. But yeah, this is another book that I am reading in July. Next book, which I want to continue reading their books, and that is Bitter by Akwaeke Emezi. I had finished You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. It's a mouthful of a title, but I did a review about it. I'll leave that up above, and it was just phenomenal. I love that book, and I want to read this book. I read Pet by them, and then I want to read Bitter. I also want to read the other two books I haven't read by them. But I've read everything else. I've read all their other works. And I cannot wait to read this because this is talking about Pet's mother in particular. And of course, the cover is beautiful and it's stunning. And I just cannot wait. And so for the synopsis for this book, it says, after a childhood in foster care, Bitter is thrilled to have been chosen to attend Eucalyptus, a special school where she can focus on her painting surrounded by other creative teens. But outside this haven, the streets are filled with protests against the deep injustices that grip the city of Lucille. Bitter's instinct is to stay safe within the walls of Eucalyptus, but her friends aren't willing to settle for a world that's so far away from what they deserve. Pulled between old friendships, her artistic passion, and a new romance, Bitter isn't sure where she belongs, in the studio or in the streets. And if she does find a way to help the revolution while being true to who she is, she must also ask at what cost. This timely and riveting novel, a companion to the National Book Award finalist Pet, explores the power of youth, protest, and art. So yeah, I am excited to read this. This is going to be a fun time, and I just cannot wait. And then the next book that I'll be reading, which I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I also will be hybrid reading this because I want to listen to the audiobook because Bree from Bree Cherie Reads says it's amazing and has 7 narrators, I believe, 7 or 6 narrators in there, so I do love that. And that is The Eos Key by DM Lurie, excuse me. And I am so looking forward to reading this book, and this is the Winter Blood book 1. I believe there's going to be maybe 3 or 4 books, and I'm definitely excited to read this about vampires, witches, and all that. I need that in my life right now, and the cover is just it's giving. So for this book, it says Love, Power, Destiny. After a failed attempt to end her life, Alia Carter leaves her childhood home to become a waitress in the state's most prominent hotel. Traumatized after her mother's death, she silently grapples with her pain until she saves the life of a mysterious man who reveals to her a world of true magic and terrifying wonder. Eric Winter is a vampire ward sworn to protect the creatures of the city. After centuries of heartache and loneliness, he is finally ready to end his existence. When fate brings them together, Alia is irresistibly drawn into Eric's world, where witches and vampires are more than childish bedtime stories. Together her veins, a power so rare, every creature in the city will kill to get their share of it. Will Alia allow Eric into her life and into her heart? Will Eric be able to defy destiny and keep those he loves safe? The Eos Key is a dark and magical story that will keep you spellbound long after the last page. And I cannot wait to read this. And I've been telling DM Lurie that I'm going to be reading her book, and I'm doing it. I'm officially doing it and listening to her audiobook this month. So I'm definitely excited into this book and to this new world. So this is another book I plan on reading in July. The next book, which I'm so stoked for, and I'll be doing a book review about this because I did a book review for the first book, and that is Beasts of Ruin by Ayanna Gray. Oh, I'm so excited! I'm not going to share the synopsis because it's pretty much spoilery, and I don't want to spoil it for y'all anyways. But the cover is beautiful. I know that Penguin Teen, they did a cover change, so they had also given me the first book with the cover change. But if you notice, here is the book. This is what the cover looked like last year, and so they changed it up, but I still love this cover. It's still gorgeous. I'm still going to keep my additions, but they did change it up, which is fine. It's no worries. I'm going to still read this book, and I cannot wait to know what happens with Ekon and Coffee. I'm excited. So I'm going to be reading this, and I'm going to be doing a book review about this, so stay tuned for that. To make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you know when I upload more videos. But yeah, this is another book that I do plan on reading in July. Next book, which I'm also doing a book review for because I did a book review for the first book, and that is This Wicked Fate by Kaylin Barron. I loved this Poison Heart so much. This was an instant buy for me, and I definitely look forward to reading this. And let me go ahead and read the synopsis for this one because I don't really even know what it's about. All I know that the ending of this Poison Heart where Perseus meets her aunt. So here we go. Would you tempt even the most dangerous fate to save the ones you love? Briseis has one chance to rescue her mother, but she'll need to do the impossible. Find the last fragment of the deadly Eberster's heart. To locate the missing piece, she must turn to the blood relatives she's never known, learn about their secret powers, and take her place in their ancient lineage. But Briseis is not the only one who wants the heart, and her enemies will stop at nothing to fulfill their own ruthless plans. The fates tell of a truly dangerous journey, one that could end in more heartache, more death. Strengthened by the sisterhood of ancient magic, can Briseis harness her power to save the people she loves most? Bestselling author Caitlin Barron continues the story of Briseis and her family's unique magic in the sequel to This Poison Heart. Oh, so I'm so excited. And then if you take the dust jacket off, this is what it looks like. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it so much. Oh, Caitlin Barron is just amazing. Love the writing. I love the books. Like, I'm going to be reading all her books. Like, I'm super excited for this book. Oh, and so you know for sure I'm definitely reading this in July. Then next book, which this is the Fairlude exclusive for this one. This is an adult book, adult fantasy, and once I read the back and it had that one name in this book, like in the book itself, I was like, yep, I gotta read this in July. And that is Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. It says, this is one government department you don't want to mess with. And I'm so excited to read this. And I will tell y'all why. Because literally on the back it says, through joining Her Majesty's Royal Coven, you can become a part of illustrious witching legacy stretching back to our founding sister, Anne Boleyn. So I was like, yep, I gotta read it. It's instant. I gotta read it. I'm not just gonna let it sit on my shelves. It's gotta be a read for me in July. And so for the synopsis, it says, hidden among us is a secret coven of witches. Known as Her Majesty's Royal Coven, they protect crown and country from magical forces and otherworldly evil. But their greatest enemy will come from within. There are whisperings of a prophecy that will bring the coven to its knees, and 4 best friends are about to be caught at the center. Will Helena, Neum, Leonie, and Elle be able to stop the prophecy before it's too late? Or will the differences that have seen them grow apart since childhood be too great to overcome? Life as a modern witch was never simple, but now it's about to get apocalyptic. And it says, prepare to be bewitched by Juno Dawson's first adult series, a story of ancient prophecies and modern dating, of sacred sisterhood and demonic frenemies. So, yep. Cannot wait to read this. If y'all, let me know if you've already read this already, like if this is something that's been on y'all's radar and y'all just read it instantly. I really want to know your thoughts, so let me know down below in the comments if you've read this. What are your thoughts about it? But yeah, I do look forward to reading this, and this is going to be a fun time. And last but not least, this is going to be a book for my members, because I am now having memberships on my channel, and I was debating on whether this should be a private live show, or it's just going to be people will still be able to join us. It's just if you're a member, you'll be able to be in the live show itself. So I'm thinking maybe it's going to be live and people can still chat about the book or whatever if they read it. I'm thinking I might do that. I just have 2 members so far, but if you want to join us, you can join my memberships. I have 2 memberships. One is Ray Bearers, where you get a badge, and then the second one is Origins from the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. And so for the Origins, if you do the Origins membership, of course you'll be part of the live discussion and live show for the book of the month for July. And so the book that we're going to be talking about in July, I believe, well, we'll be reading it in July, and then we'll probably be following up with it the next month. That way it gives us some time. And that is The Final Strife by Sarah L. Arfi. Hopefully I'm saying her name correctly. But I'm so excited for this book. Oh, it's gorgeous. Like, it's like, this is one of my anticipated reads, and I really can say, like I've been saying this to everyone, I've been saying this to Bree, that I feel like I'm getting more into adult fantasy than anything, but I still love YA, but I feel like I'm dabbling more into adult, maybe because I see myself in it more because I'm older, and it fits the dynamic for myself. I'm not a teenager anymore, but still, like, I'm dabbling more into adult fantasy, and I'm loving it, and I'm definitely have a feeling I'm gonna love this book. It's just beautiful. And then if I take the dust jacket off completely, this is what it looks like. And then look, here is the map. Oh, and it's on both sides. Like, oh, the end papers are so gorgeous. Like, I'm really excited about this book. And like I said, you can still become a member if you would like to. And like I said, this is the book that we're going to be reading in July. So if you do become a member, you definitely get this book if you haven't gotten it, or if you want to get an audiobook or whatever off of Libby, whatever, or you know, whatever you need to do, ebook, whatever it is, just join my memberships, and you'll be part of this, the live discussion for this book. So I'm so excited for this. And so for the synopsis, it says, in the first book of a visionary fantasy trilogy with its roots in the mythology of Africa and Arabia, 3 women band together against a cruel empire that divides people by blood. Oh my God. It says, red is the blood of the elite, of magic, of control. Blue is the blood of the poor, of workers, of the resistance. Clear is the blood of the slaves, of the crushed, of the invisible. Scylla dreamed of her days growing up in the resistance, when she was told she would spark a revolution that would free the empire from the red-blooded ruling class's tyranny. A spark that was extinguished the day she watched her family murdered before her eyes. Honor has been told that she's nothing, no one, and a disappointment. But the only person who matters, her mother, the most powerful ruler in the empire. But when Scylla and Honor meet, a fire burns between them that could consume the kingdom and their hearts. Hassa moves through the world unseen by the upper classes, so she knows what it means to be invisible. But invisibility has its uses. It can hide the most dangerous of secrets that can reignite a revolution. And when she joins forces with Scylla and Honor, together these grains of sand will become a storm. As the empire begins a set of trials of combat and skill designed to find its new leaders, the stage is set for blood to flow, power to shift, and cities to burn. It says book 1 of the Ending Fire trilogy. So this is, there's going to be 2 other books after this, which I'm really excited for. I'm glad it's a series. I need to get books into series so I continue on reading them. And I could just tell this is going to be a fun time, a fun read. Let me know if you already read this book. I know it hasn't been out that long, but I know people, once they grabbed it, they instantly was reading it. So let me know if you read this book, or if you've gotten this book. And if you have read this book, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm really excited to read this. I'm excited to read this with my members. So like I said, if you want to become a member, just go ahead and go on my channel and hit join and become an Origin. And that's when you'll be able to be in the live discussions for this month's book. But that is it. Those are all the books that I do plan on reading in July. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I might add maybe another book or 2. But I'm going to try to keep it as small as possible this month. That way I don't overdo it. And I know for like this month seems longer, but I'm not going to underestimate it. So yeah, I do look forward to reading all these books. And here we go. Let me put these together so I can show you all what they are all together. Whew. And here they are. These are all the books I plan on reading in July. Like I said, let me know down below in the comments if you have read any of these books or you plan on getting them. I'm nosy, so I gotta know. But that is it. That is my TBR for July. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much for joining, you guys, and everyone, please stay healthy and stay safe. See ya.